And welcome to all you Libras. It starts with an L, right? All you Libras from the world. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing fine, that you are safe, and that you are healthy in these very surrealistic times that we are in. Let's have a look for the month of May of 2020. What you as a Libran can do at its best to make the most out of this and to have hope and to have this a bit more magic in your life, because this is a very Neptunian month that we're going in to the month of May. I don't want to make those videos too long, so I want to make a point of what is mostly important for that month. Two things. First of all, a bit of magic in your life, for sure, because your ruler, Venus, is bumping into Neptune in a square and it's going retrograde. So this is very significant. And we're going to be talking about as well the North Node shifting into Gemini. Now, this is not only for May, this is for the rest of the year and even in 2021. Let's start with this North Node. So what is the North Node? It shows where you need to focus on. Where do I need to focus on? And for Librans, this is shifting as from the beginning of May, the 5th, the 6th of May, the North Node is shifting into your 9th house of Gemini. Gemini is a fellow air sign. So this is really good energy for you. And the North Node, the focus is on a mental level for you, because the 9th house is a mental house. It's a bit of a study house, you could say. It's where your opinions are situated. It's what you are convinced about, the 9th house. It's your connection to all there is. It's a bit abstract, you could say, but it's a very positive house. So having the North Node shifting towards that always shows that people start to learn more, or at least want to learn more. Also traveling, but of course these days travel is a bit weird, isn't it? But the North Node in the 9th house absolutely shows about having to expand or wanting to expand your horizon. And how do we do that? We do that by learning, we do that by studying, we do that by traveling, we do that by being more open towards different cultures or trying to understand different cultures. It's everything in the 9th house has to do with philosophy, astrology, all the metaphysical side of life. So this is all pointing towards, come on Libra, try to find out more about this. So for one, it will mean studying astrology. For another one, it will mean having this attitude of trying to see more, the perspective, making it more broader than having, this kind of perspective. This is very rigid in a kind of way. And to see it a bit more, connecting all the dots with all there is. The South Node is in your 3rd house. So what is less important is the day-to-day you could say environment. It's like your platform becomes bigger. For some of you who have the aspirations to have a YouTube channel, to have a blog, to reaching lots of people, this is fantastic news. So this is and again, you've got time to do this. When you are thinking about doing something with publishing, doing something with a YouTube channel, with reaching out to people from different, international people from different cultures, this is good energy, because this is going to be there for a long time and you will have the biggest growth there. Okay, so it's big time for you to open up your mind, basically. And I know this is not about love or work or the main themes of your life, but mind you that the way you start thinking, if that changes, all the rest changes. So this is good news for the Librans. And you also have a new moon on the 22nd there in that house. So it means that you could start, for instance, a new study as well, a new foreign language. Very good there. Very good energy to start with that. And that will take some time there. Now, as I said, also Venus is there already from April, but it's now at the midst of the month, around the 14th of the month, it's going backwards, also in your 9th house, and it's going to bump into Neptune. And Neptune is in your 6th house of work and your day-to-day routines, your health. So there's a connection between your work, your health, your day-to-day routines, and that 9th house that I was talking about, that house that is your mental state. So Venus going backwards and forwards in the 9th house can mean that you reconnect with someone from abroad. That on a love level, when you are single, for instance, it could mean that you fall for someone from another country. And in a square to Neptune, it can definitely mean that, because Neptune is about it's a lot about idealizing, but it's hard to make things real. Okay, so if you are single, it can be very enjoyable, very magical, very romantic, but be aware of the fact that there is Neptune there. And you will feel this Neptune even up until the end of July. Okay, so when you fall now for someone, this is not a bad thing or a good thing or whatever, even when the Venus goes retrograde, but you have to be aware of the fact that you're not seeing exactly what is there in front of you, whether you do that consciously or not. Okay, so it's not that bad when you know that, and it's not that bad when you make huge important decisions that consider work, that consider your life, due to all that kind of idealism and romance that you have in your head. So be aware that you stay with the feet on the ground when you are single. You're getting all loved up there, very good, but be wise and just observe and enjoy the feeling. But I would not really recommend to make huge decisions like living together already very soon, and wait until the end of July, if you can, of course. If you can, you are the captain of your ship. But for others, it can mean connecting with someone from abroad, reconnecting, and very kind of soulmate kind of connections. So that's the more positive side of this Venus-Neptune there. But it could also mean as well that there is this longing to go abroad, for instance, and there is a possibility that you cannot do this, especially now, this pandemic situation. But whatever it is, there is an improvement there, especially when Venus already goes direct again at the end of June, right? So the Neptune in the 6th house is also a lot about work and insecurities there. So it will be very important for you to stay on the positive. That's the only thing that can help you out, and to see things a bit more broader. So if you are one of those people who, because of what's going on in the world, that there is insecurity when it comes to work, this should improve. Definitely already around the end of June, but certainly around the end of July, when Neptune is gone from that Venus there in your 9th house. So it's your mind. Use your mind. Being mindful will be very important when it comes to staying positive when it comes to the work. Okay, so not going towards the anxiety, so to speak. And how you can temper that is really by, okay, you can watch the news, but don't watch it 7 hours a day, or you know what I mean, because we need to focus also on the positive, because otherwise it's certainly not going to improve our lives. So there is changes for the Libra as well when it comes to their work. Although it is now very insecure, there is an opportunity here to make your job more magical than ever before. And it could have to do something with, that what I said, the publishing and the broadening of the mind, the studying and so on. Okay, but be a bit patient there, and you will be fine. Having said that, I wish you a very, very good month. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want a reading, just get in touch. Bye-bye.